How it feel to be a dad, how it feel to be a man. You provide by any means, and we sticking to the plan. Yeah, I do this for my seed. Come and listen, come and see. Remember, it was just me. Now it's all about me. Lead by example. This for my child. I swear that I got you for life. Went from the court to talking about buckets. Now we talking pampers and wipes. I really love this though. Look at you and get inspired. You the fuel to my fire. Come here, let me change your diaper. Diaper dash.
Diaper Dad fam, what is good, baby? We are back, and man, listen, it's episode 13, man. 1-3. We got Boog in the building. Hold on, before we start, man, listen. Y'all gotta subscribe, hit the like button below. All that shit the YouTubers do. I've been telling y'all, man, I'm getting better and better and better with my shit. Boog, man, talk to them, baby.
What's going on, man? You ready?
Come on, man, bro. You got
You ready? Nah, bro. Man? I can't. I'm here. I'm so focused on what the fuck I gotta tell you, bro. I don't even want to fuck intro. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Your boy Boog's here. Now let's get into this episode, bro.
Hold on. Shit, yo, we got how the week, man? Yo, how was the weekend and shit like that? You do anything different?
Oh, Memorial Day weekend, bro. It's great. It was beautiful, quiet. It fucking rained, but
yeah. It rained up here too.
Crazy. I was down a little bit more to stay a little sane. But nah, bro, it was a good week. I was telling you off air, your boys back off his hiatus. I'm back on the court next week. Yo, I'm so excited to go play. You have no fucking idea. So I'm in a good space right now.
You back on your Drake shit. 12 months, now the Achilles and hibernation.
Kinda, or like my mellow shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just needed that.
Oh, you're on your mellow shit.
I'm on my mellow shit. I needed that. That's still poetry in motion right there. So
yeah.
Got a lot of good shit coming up. Looking forward to, bro. I feel so blessed and so at peace right now. I can't complain.
Yo, hold on. I love that you're doing that. But listen, man, we always get this visual, man, but there's a lot of people that be listening, not on YouTube. They be listening on SoundCloud or on the Apple Podcasts. Listen, man, if y'all listening, today's going to be a great day, man, or it has been a great day. Y'all have to continue to push yourselves. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Nothing has gone unappreciated. We appreciate everyone following us, liking our pictures, everything, man. Like really, 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 I didn't want to say that to individuals because there's a lot of people that put their headphones in or put this shit on their radio. I mean, on their iPad or iPod or whatever, and they're listening, they can't really see us, man. But I did want to give y'all motivation for the day, man, and just continue to push, man. We only get one life. Keep doing whatever y'all do. Tune in every fucking Thursday. We got this shit. Boog, start them off good, man.
But also just to big up on that note, you know what I'm saying? People have been hitting us up in the DMs too. You guys, your messages are not falling on deaf ears. We're reading them. We really appreciate y'all. We're glad we're touching y'all in ways that we probably never even thought of. But you know what I'm saying? It's always good to know that we're touching one life at a time. But now let's get on to this episode. So a couple episodes back, right? We was talking about the whole stepfather situation. Right? We was talking about it. And we didn't want to get into it, but today I got time. Right.
Okay.
I seen something on Facebook. It said, can you genuinely, being a stepfather, can you genuinely love another man's child? It's something along the lines of that. And then that just sent my mind like this. I was like, fuck, bro, because you can. And sometimes some niggas don't want to fuck with it.
I think it really depends on what type of person you are, really, and how you were brought up. Because, this one girl said something today that was like, it really hit. It was like a deadbeat dad will always show their character throughout any relationship or anything they do in life towards other people. And that really stuck with me. And the reason why I brought that up is because people's character will always show throughout life. And even if this guy does like the girl or whatever. Some people just don't have them in it to like love kids. Some people just don't want kids.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I agree to disagree on that statement because people's true actions or true characters do come out throughout like relationships, whether it be with friends or significant other. But I feel like it could be that can go either way. That's a toss up because you could really be the worst person in a relationship, but you can have the best relationship with your child. You know what I'm saying? Like some people it's just that connection, that bond. So I agree with that statement saying that. I will always say that, you know what I'm saying? You'll find out a true person by that. You'll find out a person's true colors by their actions. But for the child, it's I feel like it's completely different because that child is, you know what I'm saying? That's blood to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't treat their mother with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's blood at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think, so I'm gonna say this. I think some men could be great stepfathers and some men can't. For me, I think I'll be a great stepfather, yo. I really think, even if I didn't have no kid, because I love kids, I love people, yo. I love people, but the only thing that would turn me off, man, is if that motherfucker don't listen. That niggas gotta listen.
Or what if you on your Vin Rames Jody shit? Now you got to L this nigga out. Like I'm not saying you got to L him out, but I'm saying that like some men like don't really like. He's just a little nigga that live in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, Jody. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about Baby Boy with Tyrese. If you don't know, please just Google Baby Boy Tyrese and watch the movie. But listen, Jody was coming to him on some jealousy type shit, right?
That's gonna happen.
So and you're right. You're definitely right. There's gonna be some kids or child or whatever that's just like, you just another nigga that's trying to date my mom, you know what I mean? And it's like, cool, like if you feel that way, I respect it. Like whenever we get to that level where you can, we can just talk about it. I'm gonna give you your space, but I never think rushing things to be their friend is the best thing. Just like let them do it on their own.
Yeah, because I was me growing up. I mean, my parents they got separated. They decided to separate when I was in elementary school, and then like when I got to like middle school, my mother started dating again. I used to cry about that shit. I don't know why.
This is perfect for you. How you felt about that?
Bro, that's my queen, bro. That ain't you. You not fucking with mom. I don't give a fuck who she brought home. And after, like for a while, like as a teenager, I would grow up, but like who is this nigga in my crib? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna check this nigga like when you walk in. But at a certain point, like I got to a certain maturity level in life where it was more of a understand what's makes her happy. You know what I'm saying? Like she did her best raising me. So like if her having a significant other makes her happy, all I want to see is my mother happy anyway, then I'm cool with it. But it took me, I didn't get that way until like 18, like around.
Did any of them ever like step to you, like try to be like your friend and shit though?
No. I was cool with a lot of my mother's had a couple boyfriends that I still talk to today. Like we're cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, they just, bro, I'm fucking big as shit. So like any grown man walking in the crib and they see my little grown ass, it was like always like what's good? Like
intimidated type shit.
Not intimidation or intimidated, but they just knew like I wasn't when it came to her, I'm not playing, bro.
You wasn't on your Bow Wow shit.
No, fuck no, bro. I was
on your Snoop Dogg shit.
To let her know, bro, if I didn't like him, I didn't like him. And that was just be it. But thankfully there wasn't too many situations like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But no, like for the most part, they never really tried to like be on some like stepfather shit with me because that shit was not going. Like I have a dad. I don't need you to be. I don't need that. I don't need that void filled in my life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like my dad was gone from when I was a baby, and then now me and my mom's. It's just me and my mom, and you coming in and trying to like give me life lessons and shit. Like no, it wasn't like that. It was more so of I'm established. I'm here. Like I don't need you to be. I just need you to be cool. We can kick back, laugh, shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it too because you know what I'm saying. Like we used to geek. all the fucking time.
Just chill. Yeah,
Just
like
chill and
just
just keep
regular.
it. Yeah.
Yo, but I think a lot of people understand that. A lot of men understand that if they already have kids, you know what I mean? So if they already have kids, they kind of understand like, yo, I'm not about to just come in and try to fill that void. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want someone to do that to my kid. I feel like obviously a person that doesn't have kids probably has a higher chance of potentially doing that. You know what I mean? But
depending on the reason. But yeah,
depending on the reason and how deep they want to get in a relationship, you know what I mean? But I think for me, I think I'll be a great stepdad, yo. I really think so, man. I'm on my stepdad shit, man.
I enjoy kids. I mean, like it's different when they're yours. For one.
Yeah, but hold on. Do you think yo, so you dating this girl, right? You dating this girl and y'all get into a situation where she's like, hey, you know, I got a kid. Do you embrace that? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't, even though I know I could be a good stepdad, you know what I mean? I don't think I could be dating.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is that it's but let me stop before you fucking fall off a cliff. I think what you're saying is that you can't. You don't think you can embrace her having a child, but it's just the initial shock of her finding out she has a child. It's kind of like a fight or flight risk, like movement for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna ride with her, or it's like, cool, fuck it, I'm gonna just not hit her up ever again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not.
I ain't gonna ghost him. I ain't gonna ghost him. I don't do the ghosting stuff. Yeah. I keep in touch with everybody, yo.
But yeah, no, it's just like, I feel like it's the same conversation, even though it's kind of going off a tangent. Like for men, like when men say they have kids, like women kind of look at us. It's like a different like feel, like a vibe we get versus like if a woman says she has a child.
I think it's both the same vibe, because I actually asked them the same shit. Like we be just talking about random shit, like how we be talking, and I was like, yo, you think you could date a guy with kids? And she's like, not really. And I'm like, damn, yo, even though he might be a good dude, and she's like, not really. And it's funny. It's funny that we're talking about this situation, because I'm just like, with women with children, I feel like it's totally different than dating a guy with children. That's what that's what you're just saying?
That's what I'm saying. Okay. We get a different vibe. Like men get a different vibe when we say that, hey, I understand, I want to rock with you, but I have a child, versus if a woman says, you know, I have a kid, I have a son who's X amount of age, and you know what I'm saying, like he's still here. Like men are so a little more I'm not saying we're more forgiving for the situation. I don't think we have anything to forgive, but we're more understanding.
First of all, one of the differences is most likely the kid is always with the mother. Right?
No, it's not most likely. That's the
majority.
Yes,
high percentage. Well, that's most likely, but majority rules that the kid is always going to be with the mother. So when a woman says that, that's like, okay, shit, she got a kid. You know what I mean? For a man, it's not so many times where a guy's going to be like, yeah, I'm a single dad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a single dad. Like, you know, she's, you know, my daughter or my son, she stays with me full time. That's not too many. Like I said, it's usually with the mom. So like getting into a situation with a guy, it's like, okay, cool. If I'm coming over the crib frequently, I know the kid is not always going to be there. It might be there a couple times. For a woman, you know, if you're trying to come over there frequently, you're going to bump into that little bastard eventually. You're going to have to bump into his little ass or her ass.
Yeah. I guess. But I guess in my mind, I'm not saying I played a perfect situation in my mind when it comes to thinking about shit like that. But like, I would assume that there's going to be more questions, and there's going to be
what?
There's going to be more information that's going to be talked about. For instance, saying like, okay, cool. Say you dating a girl. Say you just met this chick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been rocking strong, y'all been going on dates here and there, and you really trying to make it serious. And you're like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, I really want to go, you know, I see us together, but I do have a child. She's gonna ask like, okay, well, how old is the child? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to voluntarily give up the information because you don't want to make it seem like you're just a fucking deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit there and say, yeah, my child, I got a 4-year-old son, or I got a 6-year-old daughter. Hell, I got a 13-year-old, you know what I'm saying, girl now, and you know what I'm saying, she's with me every other week. You know, you're gonna give up a little more information. You probably don't give up more than you want to tell, but you'll tell, you know what I'm saying? You'll give the outlines because you don't, the last thing you want is for somebody's mind to wonder. I feel like sometimes women will try to paint this picture of some shit like, oh, well, fuck, he's a deadbeat because he's not really talking about his child like that. Like, it has nothing to do with that. You can, what? Did I say something?
Yo, you gotta, I feel like you gotta talk about your kid a good amount, man.
Yeah.
But okay, my bad. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm not saying that you're not going to talk about your kid more than that. What I'm saying is that you're going to give up more details about how, like what your involvement is in that life, in their life.
Yeah.
You know? Like how you are as a father. Like, hey, I know me and you want to go, you know what I'm saying? We want to get more serious, but I have a child. I have my child here. And, you know what I'm saying? I do see such and such regularly. You know what I'm saying? I do want to attend everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to show, you're going to want to show that side of you. Not saying that you want to show it just because you may want to have kids with her or something like that, but you're going to want to show that side to make it so she can know that you have a handle on the situation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you definitely gonna have to show you definitely have a good handle on that. But that I think it's all. I really think, like I said, it all comes down to the person. You know what I mean? Depends on if they like the person enough. Because if you like the person enough, you would tolerate certain things. Yeah. Obviously, I don't know if a lot of people would tolerate kids because that's like the line in the sand right there. You probably could tolerate an issue or finance or some other things, but saying like, hey, I got a kid. Like it's either and one thing about being a parent too, it's like, my kid comes first. You know what I mean? Like no matter what. And some people might not be willing to do that type of situation because if they're dating someone that like, maybe I want all the attention on me. And, as a parent, you got to make sure your kid's good. You might not be able to text back all the time. You might not be able to do certain things they want to do because you got to do things with your kids or you got to do this or
No, I'm just thinking like, I didn't even think like this was this discussion is going is in a different direction though where I thought we were going to head, but no, you're right.
It's so much, and then on top of that, like imagine if you're a single parent. So like, for example, you're a single parent, like for me and you, we want to go somewhere. You like, Ashley, I think I'm going to do this. Like, obviously you're going to watch the kids for a little. If it's a single parent though, they don't have a babysitter 24/7 or they don't have another person to actually look out for them and just watch them. So you can't be doing shit on the fly. Like, I'm about to pull up on you. Like, you trying to do this. Like, everything has to be planned. You got to be a planned person now. You got to start planning this shit. And you got to have a lot of patience, be tolerant with that because it's not that person saying, I don't want to do that. It's like, well, like, hey, me and Lawrence talked and, I got the kid on this day. I can't do it this day. Can we do it this day? So I'm telling you, man, it's more than what we think. Cause like my homeboy, he got his kid in the middle, like, I think it's like Wednesday through Saturday. And then, his baby mom's got him like Sunday through Wednesday. So like, for example, obviously if you date someone, people always want to go out on Fridays and Saturdays, but he don't really got a babysitter. So, that person gonna have to wait till Sunday. And that happened multiple times with us. I'm like, like me and my man's came in town, like, we about to do something on Saturday. He like, shit, all right, let me find a babysitter. Or he be like, I'm gonna bring him. I'm like, oh, nigga, don't bring him.
Well, for one thing, I wish we can, you said it, and I don't think you mean to say it. We got to stop saying baby mama, baby daddy. This is the fucking mother of your child. This is the father of your child. All right. I'm just gonna put that out there now. I know.
But isn't that the same? Isn't that the same thing though?
Yeah, but you're not. That's a lot. It's the same thing, but that's just like, I'm not saying it's on the lines of like a derogatory term, but I feel like you give the other person a lot less credit than what they deserve if they are in that, you know what I'm saying, if they're in that capacity.
So hold on now we go back to what we were saying. You know, hold on. I love when we get to full circle. You know, my intent isn't that, right? See, that's what it comes down to.
No, it's not about the delivery. It's about your delivery, though. You know that. We talk about this shit all the time.
Yeah, it's about the delivery, but I didn't say anything wrong. Like, yo,
no, I'm not saying you said anything wrong.
What I'm
saying is though, in general, I'm not talking about just this situation now because I know you, but other situations, people, oh, my baby mom's, baby daddy. No, it's the mother, it's the father, your child, whatever. Anyway, back to the situation. So now we're talking about this whole stepdad shit. Or you know what I'm saying, or vice versa. Say the man has a child. We should have got a woman on here for us. Because do some women see that shit as like could they or do they see it as like baggage on the other side because they don't know what's on the other side, like on the other side of him?
Hell yeah.
Like
you see it as baggage with.
So is he obligated to tell you how he acts around his baby mother, the mother of his child?
Yo, it's so much. It's so much because like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, majority of the time, yo, you still gonna be hitting your baby mama. And you still gonna be hitting your baby daddy, man. You know, like obviously, you know, you have some type of connection. You know what I mean? So that might be in the back of your head because you just first started dating them. You like, all right, are they serious? And then another thing too is I was hearing this on the radio. So the guy, he was dating a girl, and obviously he wasn't with the mother of his child, but he would go over there some days, right? So then the daughter, she got jealous or whatever, and she was like, yeah, that's why when my dad comes over, he be in the room with my mom's. He sleeps in the room with my mom's.
Oh.
So like, you never know the connection. So you got to deal with like that in the back of your head. Then you got to deal with the other parent drama. Maybe there's drama going on. You know what I mean? And
so I think me personally, talking from my character, I'm gonna address it. I'm the type of person just to address it all up front. That way I don't have to worry about the bullshit on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you everything, like every last detail. But what I will do is tell you enough to where you can feel comfortable. And if you don't feel comfortable about it, then cool, I get it. Because it's not easy, you know what I'm saying, being with somebody is, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's not as, well, I'm not trying to.
But you could chase her, but you could run her away doing stuff like that if you really like her.
If I run her away, then it wasn't meant to be.
That's true, but some women aren't like that though. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, women and men look at success other than finance differently. For a woman, they look at success as getting married and having a good relationship. That's success to them. You ask a woman like, they're like, yo, I got a family, I got a man, and I'm married. That's success to me. To men, that's not necessarily always men's success. You know what I mean? So for a woman, she's not going to do that off the jump because, like I said, in their world, majority of them, what they're trying to do is they're trying to have a family. That's why they date. And, that's why they had a baby in the first place. They want a family. So if they find a guy that obviously checks off a lot of boxes on their sheet, the first thing you want to do is run them off. You know what I mean? So I don't think a lot of women are gonna run off a guy just like from your point of view, you saying, well, it isn't meant to be. Well, maybe we can slowly get into this and maybe I can slowly tell them some things instead of just running them off.
I guess, well, in my mind, I would assume, I guess I'm assuming too much because in my mind, I'm thinking that like, if the conversation ain't going to stop if I just sit here and say, oh yeah, by the way, I have a child, or not even say by the way, say I told her I had a child. conversation's not going to stop. So you mean tell me she's going to sit there and just be like, oh, so tomorrow what you trying to do? Like, no, she's going to want to know.
Nah, she's gonna want to know, but to a certain extent, like she's not gonna. I guarantee you, she's not just gonna start asking like all these random questions. Like,
no. But I don't want. But to me, like, I don't want her to get build this false narrative that like some shit of just the essential shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to think like I'll sit here. I'll probably say some shit like, yeah, I have a child, but you know what I'm saying? I see my child regularly, like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to interfere with what we got going on. I hope you're okay with that and just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her, but I don't, well, that's going to say, oh, yeah, I have a child. And, oh, yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go back and do such. I'm not going to let that, because then at that point, it's like an open-ended story and there's some holes in that she doesn't know.
I was saying to the point where you have some type of baggage or some extra stuff that's going on and you saying that up front, like, yeah, yo, like, I got a child, but like things aren't good with me and my baby mom, and sometimes it's drama, like that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I was talking about.
So you're saying that up front?
Not to say no, but I'm saying that type of stuff. Like I would say, hey, like I'm not going to talk about the mother of my child. I'm just going to let that. I'm gonna stop there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. So we're on the same page.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Because you saying that, like, obviously you saying that could kind of chase her away or run her away. And to your extent, you're saying like, yo, even though I told her right now, or I told her on the back end, if she ran away, she ran away.
But either way, but for some people, the thought of someone saying, oh, hey, by the way, I have a child, that's enough to run them away though. Am I not right?
Oh, yeah, that was like the first thing I was saying.
So once I open that can of worms, it's at that point, she's going to measure up if she's going to fuck with me or not. So if I could just sit here and say, if I open up the can of worms, boom, hey, I want to get serious with you. I just want to let you know that I do have a child, or however the conversation rolls out. I can sit here and just leave it at that and just let her paint a narrative of me, or I can sit here and say, hey, I do have a child. I do see regularly. I am very involved in my child's life. I hope that you're okay with that. If not, I respect your decision and leave it at that. I'm not gonna bring up any extra shit outside of that. But simply just asking, hey, or simply saying, oh yeah, I have a child, such and such. I have a daughter that's this age. That's enough for a person to instantly cut you off on the spot. I feel like, because some people don't want to deal. Because some people don't want to deal, they don't know what's on the other side, and they don't want to deal with that shit.
I might have to post that on the story tonight. Then I'm like, because I don't know if someone's. I think the first date, I think it's too early to cut you off. Yeah. I think it's too early to cut you off because, like I said, man, obviously they're attractive to you, and like I said, for women, their success in life to them is having a family, having some type of foundation, and being married. That's success to them. So if they find a guy they're really attracted to and they know he checks off certain box, then him saying a child, they might say, all right, let me hold on just a little bit and see how this thing go. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. If as a man in that situation, like, it could go one or two ways. Like, you could sit here, you can end the conversation, yeah, I have a child, and give up just like obvious information. I'm saying I have a daughter, she's 13. Or I have a son, he's 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the time kind of like it lets you know where they're at. He could stop the conversation there, and y'all could end up easily. She could say okay, and y'all could talk about some other shit. And then now in the back of her mind, she's like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit. Or you can sit there and say, yeah, I have a child. I'm very involved in her life. You know what I'm saying? I do see my child regularly. I hope that doesn't affect what we have going on. It kind of lightens the situation up a little bit. But either way it goes, either you say that or you say, oh, I have a child, and then you just give up the bare minimum. That's already enough for them to run. I feel like they would. That would be enough to them to feel like they got to run away. But we should just post that to the story because that shit is kind of sticky.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask that. What do you think is like the best age for someone to have? You date someone and you're like, all right, your kid's that age, all right, cool. Like I can definitely rock with that. What do you think is a good age
for the child?
Yeah. So you go on a date. Shorty says, I have a kid. What's like the date? What's the age where you like, okay, I'm good, and what's the age where you like, damn?
I don't know if I got an age. But obviously, you don't want somebody who has like a month's old child. Obviously, that's fucking. I living through what I just lived through. That shit is different. Like, nah, I get that because your time is completely consumed into your child. I get that. But like, if one homie like 2, 3, I think that's not terrible. I mean, he's 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? He can communicate. The nigga probably train. But like, no, I was just, I think that's probably like, I mean, if she say, oh yeah, I have like a 4-year-old son, that's something, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a human.
That's a good age for you.
What's a good age for you? You gonna say 18, huh?
Anything over like 15, man. That's cool with me.
Woo! Because
the
homie on the door. That's wild.
Tiptoeing.
And
I feel like they kind of understand, like we could somewhat like relate to certain stuff, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be on my what's homie from Love and Hip Hop, the B2K that was watching Omari and kids Fizz. Yeah. I don't want to be on my Fizz shit where he was dating Omari's joint while she was going out. He was watching the kids. Come on,
man. But there's also a pro to them being young.
What's the pro?
They don't have a understanding of what's going on right now, so you can roll it out to them a little differently than if home was 15. He's like, yo, I know you're in there fucking my mom. Like there's a different rollout.
Yeah, I'm banging your mom out. What's up?
No, but there's a different rollout though, because you got. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, like, it's not really stepfather, it's bonus father, bonus mom. We talk about
let's just be politically, let's make that the new politically correct thing to say. Bonus father, mother your child, bonus father, bonus mother, mother your child, father your child. That's, you know what, we gonna set a trim with that shit, bro. Every anything that you see posted on things, gonna say, I'm gonna hashtag that shit if I have to. But at the young age though, it's kind of like, oh, you can tell them that mommy has a friend, and then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just gonna go play. It's fine. It's not gonna they're not gonna think nothing of it. Little homie 16 and he see you in your do-rag with your beater tucked in your drawers.
He saying, you dead, homie. And he telling his boys, yeah, we gonna catch you. We gonna catch you when you come
around the house. You walking around the house in your fucking Debo slippers and shit with your crew socks on. He gonna know something happening, and he's probably not going to be too receptive of it. That's just me. That's just my thought. But so what about? Okay, I got one more situation for you, right?
All right,
cool. So you've been rocking with Shorty. Shorty is Shorty's son is like 2 or 3. He's like toddler age, around that age. Father is just non-existent, right? And not saying non-existent, but he's not around enough to where it was like solidified in his child's life. But you actively take on that role, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to react if for some reason that child's father decides to change his ways and tries to step in?
I've seen multiple situations of that. And I see people like I said, this is all different, how people do things differently. I see, for me, I'm cool with it because at the end of the day, that's his father. That's his real father.
Yeah, that's his biological father.
Listen. His father has the right to change his life and want to step up for his kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We right on the part. So now the child is say he decides to enter the child is like you were with him from he was like 2 or 3, you and his mom stuck, and then now he's like, let's say it's like, I'm not gonna say like he's 12, but let's say he's like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And you've instilled shit all those from 2 to 10. Let's just say 10. So from 2 to 10, you instilled a bunch of shit in his life, and like now he's starting to follow your model as like what is a good human in society. And then you start
a good young man.
Exactly. And you start seeing his father correcting some of those ways, saying that like he's going against the grain with what you got going on in his life.
First of all, I'm gonna say it once again. That's his real father, man. That's his real father. Like I don't. Yes, I might have taught him some stuff, but I just want to make it clear that that's his real father. Like that's his real seed, his flesh and blood. So he can do certain shit he wants to do. Now, going back to some of the principles I taught him, and he's become like a son to me, a real son to me. I'm just gonna have to have talk with his mom and just say like, hey, I see this going on, and I see, such and such correcting some of the things that I do. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I'm always gonna go back, like, that's his pops, like I really taking that away from someone, it's terrible, because you really don't know what type of situation that person was in to make him want to be that made him non-existent to now he's stepping up. You know what I mean? So all you can do is just be like, all right, give him the benefit of the doubt, see how it goes for a certain time being. And if shit isn't good, like I said, talk to the mom, this, that, and the third, and then also talk to the kid. But shit, that's his flesh and blood, man. You got the right to do that.
But you're not gonna feel any type of way, like to yourself? You're not gonna feel like you not saying you practically raised this child, but you've, what I'm saying, like you've been through all the stages up until that point, besides them being born, right? Because you've been with them from from a toddler up until a child, actual boy, or even if it's as a child, they're a teenager, like, and I'm not saying that you're trying to take away from their biological father. What I'm saying is that, like, I
know what you're saying. Some of the things that you instill in him to like actually like raise him as a kid, raise him as a young man, you see his father starting to like change certain shit.
You're not going to be like, it's just like, you're not going to, so you wouldn't have an inclination in your mind to say to yourself, like, all of a sudden you want to show up, or you're not going to, you're not going to, you know what I'm saying, as a stepfather, you know what I'm saying, in that situation, to yourself. I'm not saying you're saying it out loud.
I'm definitely going to say that. I think it's very, very hard right now, because like, I'm just not in that place where I'm not in that place where I could feel that emotion right now. Like I can't feel that situation. No, I'm saying, like, I really can't speak. All I can do is just speak on like what I would do right now. But obviously if I was in that emotion to where like, damn, this is like actually my kid, I kind of raised him for the past 8 years, and another man, which is his father, stepping in, trying to correct some of the things that I ingrained in him. Yeah, I think I'll probably feel a certain way. But at the same time, too, I'm like, this is father. Just think about it, bro. Just think about it. You right now, you went through some shit in life, right? I don't know what it was. You went through some shit in life, right? Hold on. You went through some shit in life, and you had to step away from the kids. Not saying you that's something you do, but just think you had to do it. Like, you just realized, like, I'm just not a man enough to actually be a father. And you did some coward shit, and you just dipped off, right? And then Ashley was dating somebody. He was doing whatever he's supposed to do, a good guy. And then you came along like, you know what? I finally got my shit together. I finally did what I was supposed to do. And then he's like, Lawrence, you gotta fall back on some of the, like, you telling him some shit that I already told him, or told him the kids. I need you to fall back. at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, yo, bro, like this is my kid, yo. Like this is my real seed, yo.
No,
you feel me?
Bro, that's uberly correct. I get that. I understand that. I'm right there with you. But how many situations is it that a father or has someone, I say not a father or mother, because it could be either or, say they stepped out of their child's life because of something they had going on, like personally, you know what I'm saying?
It could be drugs, man. It could be drugs. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Just think about it. There's a lot of people out there, like, just, all right, so for example, there's a lot of people out there that was raised by their grandmothers and grandfathers, right? And they'll tell you, like, yeah, like my mom, she was on drugs. She just really couldn't hold herself up. And I had to move in with my aunt or whatever. And then, years later, she got clean. She stepped in and she here now. You know what I mean? And I know a situation like that. Like, I just really can't think of the situation, but I've seen multiple situations like that where, like, people just, like, they hooked on drugs, man. They just can't do it. They know that D-Wade, that's a great example, bro. That's a great D-Wade talking about that. I knew I had one. Bonus dad, bing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing that happened to his mom's. She was on drugs. She couldn't hold herself up, bro. And she ended up, like, giving the kids to his dad. And his dad raised them. And then finally, when she was right, she tried to make sure she was good and this, that, and the third.
That's okay. I get that. Because I know some situations are just, I'm not saying it's life or death, but it could be where somebody's really dealing with something, the reason why they had to step out of their child's life. I get that. I understand.
Yeah.
There's more situations in life where somebody will step away from a child's life and then try to re-enter, not because of something that they were really either physically dealing with, mentally dealing with, emotionally dealing with, for them to try to re-enter their child's life. It's more of I'm not gonna say it's a jealousy factor, because they're gonna know that there's another man in their child's life, and you know what I'm saying. And then now they want to try to step in and try to be that role, or in some situations it could just clean them up. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how they approach being a father, like you dealing with short. Say you got a girl, you with a girl who has a child. The child's biological father gone for some whatever reason it is. Maybe I'm not saying it's something, but it's not anything life threatening or anything of that nature. He's just non-existent at this point. And then he sees you bring this child up, and he tries to come in and not like hop in and try to, oh well, this is my child. You're obviously gonna have to have that conversation. Right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Like I said, man, I'm always gonna have the conversation with both parties. The mom and the real dad.
Ooh, you want to have a conversation with the real dad too?
Might have to, yo. You might have to.
What's that conversation gonna look like then?
Like I said, yo, I really can't really speak on it because I'm not in that emotional space right now.
Get into that fucking bro. Oh
I can't. No, listen. I can't, because I've never really been. I can't really like
fuck that.
Picture that emotion right now.
You don't gotta picture it. What would you? This is a what would you do moment. I'm not speaking on something you've been through. Neither one of us has been stepfathers. Me and you are 24/7 dads. It's a different story. What I'm saying right now, you're taking a conservative route and saying that, you're just saying that I don't know how I feel, and then you're throwing that this is their biological father, and then you're throwing all the drugs, you're throwing all these extra factors there. What I'm saying is, how do you think you would react knowing you? You're the only person that knows you best, right? So I need to know what GQ know, like what would GQ say that's gonna like, you know what I'm saying, and like try to like hinder, like
I've been trying to tell you what I was saying. You were like, nah, yo. So you telling me that's what you kept on saying. So you telling me you telling me this, and I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, I would do this, that, and the third. And you were like, but you telling me. So this is what I'm telling you I would say. I would have a conversation with him. I just like, yo, bro, like, first of all, yo, I know this is your son. Like, this isn't my real son, but I have been raising him like he is mine. You know what I mean? Because of the absence of you. You know what I mean? but I am here for you if you want to step in and do whatever you want for your child, because all I can do is really respect that, because it's not mine. I'm here to help him, guide him to be a young man. But at the same time, if you can do it, that's even better, bro. And if you want me to be a part of it, I can be a part of that, yo. But at the end of the day, I just want to let you know, bro, if you want to step in and you want to take full accountability and say, you're sorry for not stepping up, and then now step up and say, yo, I got this. I'm 100% behind you. But I also want to let you know that I'm willing to help you, because I feel like he's mine too. And I love homie, but at the same time, I still want to be there for him. That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna say that. And that's GQ right now. You told me to tell you what you were saying. I will say that.
All right, you're right. I guess, but I know there's a lot of people out there that ain't feeling that way.
And and like I said, bro, I only can speak off of like what I know right now. Exactly. I feel like, and that's why I kept on saying, I'm like, yo, bro, if I actually was in a space to where like I actually felt this emotion towards a kid that's not mine, like I don't know if I could do that. That I've never done that a day in my life, yo. Like gave an emotion to a kid that's not mine. So so for example, like aunts, godmothers, godfathers, uncles, maybe they can relate to it because they've been around a kid that's not theirs and they've shown them that love. Like I don't have a nephew. I don't have a niece. You know what I mean? I do on Jasmine's side, like my little nieces and little nephew, but like I don't see them every day. I don't talk to them every day. So I don't really have that connection with them. But like, for example, like my sister, she's around Nova. She probably could speak on it differently because she has that connection with Nova where it's just like, yo, she loves her. She posts her. She got like her name tatted on her, like just different type of stuff where it's just like a different type of emotion. So like, I don't even know that shit. I'm just telling you some correct shit that I would say if I was right now in this space.
All right. Well, listen, I just wanted to, I had to poke the bear to see how far I can fucking take you. Right? I just wanted to keep, that's why I was digging. Nah, I think that's not the answer I want. Like I wanted to dig in to see if I could really get down to it. And apparently there you have it, everybody. GQ in his finest hour right there.
Yo, but hold on. Before we go, I think the reason why I take that approach, man, is because, I'm actually a parent, man. You know what I mean? And Lord forbid if I had to go through some stuff and I had to take a step back and do something cowardly and not be towards my kid. When I step forward, I would want someone to have my back and support me and somewhat give me the benefit of the doubt that say like, yo, bro, I believe that you can do what I've been doing for such and such years. And that's the way I'm looking at it too, yo, because I wouldn't want to step forward and be like, yo, I'm back and I'm here for Nova. And then a nigga come through like, nah, yo, like you've been gone. You're bad. You're wrong. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, yo, bro, I already got to that point where I told myself that I know I'm that, but please give me the benefit of the doubt to be another great dad. You know what I mean? That's the part that I'm thinking about too, yo. Like, give me another chance.
And that's you hit the fucking nail on the head with that one, bro. Because that's a part of that's something we don't do. You know what I'm saying? As fathers, I can only speak as a father because I am a father. Like, if for some reason we were in that space, now I didn't give my opinion on how the fuck I react, but what I will say is this: is that you gotta give somebody another chance, bro. Like, no one going through life, you'll never be perfect. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. You may think you are, motherfucker, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's life ain't perfect. Everyone does deserve a second chance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be at that point. If you are a stepfather and the father did a cowardly move, wasn't there, and decided to be back in his child's life, y'all two motherfuckers need to work as a team.
Yeah,
facts. You like it or not, y'all niggas gotta be amicable. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're the stepfather, you're teaching him the biological father weighs about his child that he doesn't even know yet. You know what I'm saying? And as a biological father, you need to be receptive of the information, because you can, like, some biological fathers can be like, well, nigga, you don't know my kid the way I know my kid. No, you only known your kid up till he was 2. I've had him from 10. So there's a lot. If you think he was the same from day 1 to 2 to 10 now, that's not how it's going to be. So
yeah, it's not.
It's easier said than done, that I will say.
Facts.
It's not an easy conversation to have, but all you can do is try to be respectful and try to be understanding. Not everybody walks the same path in life. You know,
Facts, though.
So if the fact that the person's trying to change their views on being a parent, by all means, let them do so. You know what I'm saying? If they fuck up, then you address the situation and you try to, you know what I'm saying, you try to help mend the situation, or you go have an alternative. But it's definitely something we need to do as a society and a culture. We need to make that the norm. Like, yo, I understand niggas was deadbeat, but yo, he's trying to come back in his child's life. Yo, you need to be that support, and you need to be his aid rather than against him. Because you go against the grain, and now the child sees both of y'all going through it, and then they don't know who the fuck to believe at that point. He's like, yo, I really fuck with my dad. I really want to know. I really fuck with my stepdad. I really want to know my biological father. And then why are these two motherfuckers beefing all the time?
Facts. But listen, man. Whenever that time comes from y'all motherfuckers want me to be y'all stepdad, let me know. Take it away, man.
Yo, I can't stand this nigga. I don't even know why I brought him on this shit. But thank you guys for tuning in. We did it again, another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed listening and watching this shit just as much as we enjoyed recording it. Check us out on YouTube, Diaper Dads Podcast. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. Most importantly, GQ, YouTube. Subscribe. Do all this shit the niggas say on the YouTube video. Subscribe. All right? I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta do. It takes 3 fucking seconds, probably a little bit less than that. Follow us on IG, diaper.dads, diaper.dads. You will get continuous content from us on a daily. Check us out. We will see you guys next week.
Peace.
How it feel to be a dad? How it feel to be a man? You provide by any means, and we sticking to the plan. Yeah, I do this for my seed. Come and listen, come and see. Remember, it was just me. Now it's all about we. Lead by example. This for my child. I swear that I got you for life. Went from the court to talking about buckets. Now we talking Pampers and wipes. I really love this though. Look at you and get inspired. You the fuel to my fire. Come here, let me change your diaper. Diaper dads.